Hi, Tech and Talk. This is Usman, and this is going to be our 20th video on store management system. If you remember, in last video, we tried to upload few files, few images from Frontend against our product, and we have seen that we can now see those images in uploads folder in www root directory. So in this video we will try to display those images in the product grid. If you remember, this is our product grid, and we in last video we discussed that we want to show those images somewhere here in the line in a column. So for that one, let's try to implement the required changes. There are a couple of ways to achieve that one, but we will try to do that. The proper implementation for that one, we will need a separate entity and a separate table inside our database. So to start that, I will try to add another database entity, a pop class here, and I will say add class, and we can name it artifact.cs, and that artifact is going to be extended from this entity, and that would be our public class. And inside that artifact, let's say how which properties we do have in base entity. Okay, so inside the artifact we will require few properties like a string name of that artifact, right? So name, we will be displaying that name in ALT attribute of that image element, and path will be used as source for that image. So that was it, I guess. And to include that change inside the database, we need to add that entity somewhere here in the store management DB context. Yeah, so we can add it here, public db set, and that would be, this is how we need to add this entry. Another thing, because these artifacts will be against the product, so we need to go to product and try to create a relationship with those artifacts. So our product can have many artifacts. So for that one, I will be implementing public I collection of this will be the artifacts, and we need to initialize those artifacts here inside the controller with an empty list like this. New keyword here. Okay. So now we have that artifacts relationship with the product, and if we go back to the artifact, we need to link that artifact against a single product, which means this is one-to-many relationship. A product can have many artifacts, and one artifact will be associated to a single product. So for that one, I will add public in product ID get set, and I will be adding public virtual for navigation property, and that will be, and we need to add the foreign key attribute like this, and we need to go back to the product to double check everything is fine. Yes, it seems so. All right, so at that point we can build this whole solution, and we can add the migration as well, because the entity is already added in the DB context. So after adding the migration, we can create the required repositories and the service as well. And if any change required in existing service, we can do as well. So everything is working fine. So let's go back to the package manager console, and here we can add by selecting the data project, we can add a new migration, add migration, and the name of the migration will be artifacts. And now we have a separate table created, we have the relationship created as well. So everything is fine, and we just need to run update database. Okay, it's running. Awesome. So we have now required changes in the database. Yeah, let's try to add the other required changes. Yeah, starting from the, let's double check the product repository. Okay, and why not, let's go back to the data services and double check the product service. So we are getting the list of products, and here we need to add the artifacts as well. For that one, first of all, we will be adding the view model class for the artifact. So we will be, let's copy paste the artifact one and go back to the business models and add it here, and we can name it artifact model. We can just simply insert get copied. Let me copy that one again. Artifact model, and that will be our, yeah, at that one we don't need that one. Let me double check, do we have base entity? No, we don't. So we will be, okay, so we have ID, the artifact ID, the path and the name. And yeah, inside product model, we need a list of artifacts, public collection, artifact model, artifacts. And all right, so let's go back to the repository implementation here. Oh yes, we need the product service, and here we need to select the artifacts is equal to, yeah, for that one we will require not select, we need to convert those to the not list, and here we will be adding first thing first the ID, the path, and the, so we have those required changes for fetch and to add this port for artifacts. We need to go back to the controllers, the product controller here in the app, and we will be going to the post method, and inside that model we will add list of artifacts. So for that, let's first create artifact models is equal to new list of artifact model, like this. And after the addition of every file, we will be creating an that will be the artifact models, and that would be artifact model, new artifact model. And the name will be the name of the file, which is the file name. The path will be equals to loads. I think we already have that full path, so we can say the path is new file name with path, and dev bit. We can add it inside artifact models.add, and at the end, before adding model to the service, we can say model dot artifacts is equal to models dot is equal to artifact models. Yeah, now the scope issue will be happening. So other than that, we can also do model dot artifacts dot, and inside that are for that artifacts, we need to initialize those, otherwise we will have the null reference exception. New list of artifact or artifact model. Our required changes are done. Let's try to add those and let's see how it goes. Control F5 to execute those changes. Okay, now for the store too, we want to add new product. That would be product number 3, and let's add some dummy data quickly to test our changes. And I will be, let me rename those files like JK, some random strings. So let me quickly copy all those. And what happened? Host. Okay, we got logged out. Let me log in again. We just want to test our changes. We want to create the file. Seems like some error has been occurred. So let's quickly go to the create action and let's try by adding yeah, let's try by adding the debug point which is already there. Let me press Ctrl S and debug that code. Alright, we received the call and let's jump into those lines step by step. The only thing I suspect is the dead artifacts value. Seems like it's been initialized, so should not be any issue. So we have artifacts model here, 0, this one, and new file name. All right. Although the default path is not right at the moment, the main thing here is to find that issue that is happening. So this is the last iteration and it should be working fine. Alright, while adding that model, yeah, I got that now. Okay, so the artifact mapping is missing. I don't know why I forgot this one, but yeah, this is the issue. So we need to, whenever we are adding a new entity and the model for it, the business model for it, we need to add that inside our mappings as well. So which means we need to create a map, and here we need to pass artifact model, and we need to pass the other type of class which is artifact, and reverse map will map them reverse out of the box. So quickly press Ctrl F5 and now let's try those changes again. Continue. Alright, so we need to pass those files and we can press create. So still seems there is an issue. For that one, let's debug the application again and see what happens now. Alright, so which means our data seems dirty. For those such scenarios, a quick thing would be let's quickly go to that database and try to clean those tables and try to add the reports from scratch, and those issues should be resolved automatically. And this is localhost Windows authentication, and we have store management system here. And inside stores, yeah, there are a couple of stores. We can say we want to delete those stores. Can we delete? Yes, we delete them. And for the products, we have no products now, and everything is cleaned by refresh, because those are cached. That's why those are coming. Store 001 and location is Rawalpindi. Description is store 001, and we have that store. Do we have that store? Store 001, and inside the database, if I refresh, double check, yes, we have that stored there. And if I go to its products, I'm getting no product. And if I directly put 22, we should have that stored there as well. And let's try this way. And let's put Islamabad this time. Try to create. Okay, we have that product added. Let's try to add product now with images. Alright, so let me quickly jump out of this one. It seems like we have that records added inside the database, which is fine. The last thing is, as I said, this is returning the full path, which is not required for us to show those images on the list. So for that one, we only need uploads slash, and we can add at the rate sign or single slash, and we can use string interpolation, and we can pass one. All right, so let me control again. Now we have those paths sorted, and the last thing would be to display those images on the front end. For that one, let's go to the product index page, and here we need to add column, and we will say this column is th table header, and we want to display images, and again inside that td we will have for each against the artifacts image in item dot artifacts, and here we can add image source is equal to at the rate single image dot path, and alternative text would be single image dot new, and let's say width is for now is 150p. Let me press Ctrl F5 to see those changes. Alright, now you can see there are three images coming against that product on the main products list. Right, so whenever we will be adding a new product with the different images, let's choose some different images this time. And let's say we are getting those images from development. Then we have, let's say these are the two different images, and we have those images appearing in the list as well. So now we have added support for images, but though this image support is only working for adding and displaying those images on the against a single product. So in the next videos we will see that how we can delete those images safely and how we can edit those images. So that was all for this video. uh, I hope this will add a lot in your experience. In case of any question, do ask me in the comments. Till then, the next video, keep coding.